Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy Easter. It's been a great day, hasn't it? Oh my. How's the audio? I want to check on this. And how is the picture? Let's check and make sure our technical stuff is working tonight. How are we doing? Let me check Facebook and see if I can tell from there how we're doing. Yeah, looks good. Okay. And does it sound okay? I had a little audio issue right before I was supposed to get on here, and so I'm using this instead, but hopefully it sounds okay. Let me know if it doesn't. Has everybody had a good day? I hope you have. Sounds good. All right. Thank you. Great. Good deal. Thanks, Carrie. Thank you, everybody. So how was your day? Was it good? Yeah, I mean, this was the most magical weekend of the year, right? The luckiest, the most magical. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for your post today. Great seeing your daughter. Been a good day here in the mountains. I was in the mountains and just got back a wee little bit ago and got on here. So it's been a really nice day after 2 very cold, rainy days. We finally had a nice bluebird day. So I took advantage of it. Been cooped up in here working a little bit too much. So I had to get a break. All right. Let's, I wanted to show you something here. Anybody got anything they wanted to drop in here? Yeah, exactly. Brightness, beautiful, good, beautiful days in all these places. Awesome, good. I'm going to share you something from Melissa here. She sent me something this afternoon that I thought was so cool. So in 2020, for Easter, Melissa and her mom took Easter eggs on this trail by where Melissa lives. And and they hid them in various places. And I think maybe there was some candy in them and this kind of thing. Well, between 2020 Easter and 2023 Easter, Melissa's mom passed away from cancer. So this year, this is just so cool. So this year, Melissa took some eggs to the same trail, obviously remembering her mom because her birthday was today. And Melissa did this egg and wrote on it, "Love always wins." And she said that some of the eggs that she hid along the trail, she put $1 in. This egg, she put $5 in. And somebody came along and found it. And I want you to watch this. This is I'm going to turn that down. It's just the sound of the stream, but watch. So the girl is on the left. She's finding the egg. It has $5 in it. Now, wait for it. Wait for it. Is that not too cool? Oh my gosh, that is just so amazing. I just love that. Melissa, thank you so much. And thank you for being you and for sharing that with all of us. That was just the best. You know, I slid in here on a skate tonight, which I don't like to do. So let's just do this. Let's get the deck. And I'm going to give it a little shuffle here, if you'll just bear with me for a second. Get a little shuffle going here. And yeah, that was, happy birthday, Mom. She is watching. Melissa had this thing with her mom of purple. Things purple. And that says that's enough. I'm just going to do it this way. And then we'll do that and do that. Oh, I wish you guys could draw a card. Purple shows up all the time. You know, the lights in Melissa's classroom, the LED lights that she has up are flashing purple. Her mom is with her. All right. I wish you guys could pick. You pick. Which one do we want? Oh, it's right here. It's this one right here. It's that one, right? Oh, I could feel that right away. That was hot. All right. Here's our Easter card. The 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. Let me get the book. Taking on too much. No wonder I drew that card. An opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, finding yourself close to a successful outcome, the need to prioritize, a message to keep going. Wow, this was for me tonight. Sorry, you guys. Normally, I kind of ask for all of us. That one came right to me. All those responsibilities. It says, oh, let me read the shadow side of this. If we take the low road of that card, then we have divided attentions, clinging to responsibilities, difficulty asking for help, the oppression of martyrdom, letting go of someone else's expectations of you, a need to stand up for yourself. It says all those responsibilities. Do you really need to carry all those wands all by yourself, all at the same time? Couldn't you drop a few of them by prioritizing? Or maybe, just maybe, things would go a whole lot faster if you enlisted some help. All you have to do is ask. Drop the non-essentials and the heaviness that is weighing you down, because you are so close, yet so burdened. Think levity and ease. Streamlining will expedite your goals and bring relief to any overwhelm or molasses energy that you are feeling. Sometimes this means letting go of a learned behavior or a limiting belief. And sometimes it means deleting a task on your calendar. Whether your burdens are material, spiritual, literal, or energetic, it is clear that you've got some extra baggage right now. Release that ish and enjoy your last steps to the finish line. I release my burdens into the ethers, knowing that the universe will help me to tend to the essentials. Ah, I love that. Wow. Some practical guidance here on Easter Sunday evening. You wouldn't have thought that would have been our Easter card, would it? But boy, I'll tell you what, you guys are getting a little spillover, I guess, of what's going on in my world right now. Oh, man. Okay, so everybody, okay, so we're resonating to this then. Okay, good. Wow. Kathy says she was pointing at the middle. A cardinal just flew into my bird feeder. Excellent. Good. Well, I'm glad you guys liked that. That was a little bit unexpected and so practical. All right. So releasing. It's funny. One of our listeners who came on the October trip gave me a reading the other day that she does from this same deck. And the message was to slow down and to take a breather. So I'm going to heed that. I was already working on it, and we'll just continue to do that. All right. I wanted to just take on one thing tonight. It's really a preview of Tuesday's Fun Astrology podcast, if you will. And typically, I don't bring too much astrology in here, but I wanted to share that, as I've been saying on that podcast, that this was the luckiest weekend of the year because Tuesday, the sun and Jupiter right together in the sky. And of course, that means amplified. Arnaldo just woke up. It's Easter. Love that. Good morning. So glad you're with us. Thank you for being here. We're never together until Arnaldo shows up. So the sun and Jupiter in the sky together at the same spot is amplified energy, and it's all happening in the fire sign of Aries, which even further amplifies the energy. So whatever it is, it's going to be bigger, and whatever it is, it's going to be hotter, fierier, more amped up, more ready to launch, more ready to go. So if we think about two sides of the coin, right? Like I'm keeping this coin in here now because when I do those little TikTok videos, I pull this out and it's like there are always two sides to the coin. So one side is the positive side of Jupiter. It's the rabbit's foot. The other side can be just the side of the amplification, which can mean excesses. That can be excess problems. That can also be excess overconfidence, which could turn into, say, a little bit too much ego, too much pushing our card, too much moving forward. But the shadow side of the card, the shadow side of these next couple of days will be that if we're on the wrong side of it, then things will be bigger. Somebody commented on YouTube and said that had all kinds of car problems. I didn't get the whole flow of it because I was out this afternoon, but it basically was like all these car problems and a series of them. And I'm like, well, it's amplified. Yeah, it is right now. So what we have is hi, Liz. What we have is the opportunity over the next couple of days, I think, because we are living on our highest timeline and we are interested in the very best, living our very best, then we have this opportunity to create some really powerful stuff that will, the launch of that or the crescendo point of that, punched by that Jupiter, make it big, go big or go home kind of energy, happens on Tuesday evening in the East Coast. In this time zone right here, 6:30 maybe? Yeah, about 6:30, 6:20 something maybe. So at least it's in the evening or afternoon. If you go back to the West Coast, it's in the afternoon. So we have an opportunity to create something really powerful. And normally we talk about bringing three intentions here. And so I was thinking, why don't we just focus on one tonight? Let's just pick one. Pick the top one. So sit and think about it for a minute. Of all the things that you've already been journaling about this, you've already been working through it. So just isolate like which one just came up right then. Which one did you just feel, right? Think of that one thing that if you were to put it out there to the universe, to give this expansive, fiery, get it started, get it going, get it done. If it's already in progress, kick it up a notch kind of energy to your one thing. What one thing would you bring? That's the one to focus on tonight. Obviously, you can add to this, but while we're here, let's just stay with this one. And then I would add, just in the context of that card, how can we think about fulfilling this one thing, bringing it, because obviously then we have to take actions. So as we're thinking about how we're going to incorporate and weave the actions into our already busy schedules, how can we do it lighter? How could we bring in some of that energy that says, this will be done for me? Yes, through me. And yes, I'll take steps. But the offloading, we can offload to the universe tonight, can't we? We sure can. So we can just allow that burden that we think of, oh, I have to get this done. Oh, I have to get this. Or obviously, if it's about critical timing things, I have to have this by, that we can just offload that and say that we're going to discharge that to the universe tonight in our meditation. Well, maybe car problems are in the air. I don't know. I saw somebody on, Facebook that had car problem that mimicked, or it was with the same my van year, some problem supposedly known. But anyway, I just said, not mine. Did you guys see that thing on Facebook today? Uh-oh, let me see if I can fix that. Is that fixable? Yeah, that fixed. Okay. Did you see this? Somebody lost their phone in the ocean, and this whale watching boat and this amazing beluga brought the phone up and gave it to the person. Is that not just, oh, wow? I mean, incredible. Could you guys see that? I'm not sure what was coming through. I couldn't see everything at the same time. Hopefully you saw that. If not, it's on our Facebook page in the Facebook group. So wow, what a fun little aside there. So in our meditation tonight, let's just focus on one issue, one thing. And what I'd like to do is spend a little more time kind of going back to the way that we did the meditations before because of this special day. And however you celebrated today, what a wonderful day of the year it is. We talk about from the Christian Catholic tradition, we talk about Jesus' resurrection after 3 days in the tomb. Lots of fulfilled Bible prophecies around that. The forgiveness of sin and the restoration of our relationship with God completed through that sacrifice. If you celebrate the spring side of it, at least in the United States, then we have the fertility and we have new life and we have springtime, and all driving around this afternoon, the trees were budding and the blossoms were out and the beautiful white and pink blossoms were everywhere. And it just was a color show this afternoon up in these mountains. It was, it's just so wonderful. That's this time of year as well. But we always think about the resurrection of ourselves, even the new life that can be born in us through transformation, through the work of dying to things that don't serve anymore and bringing in new things into our life that give us a new life. I've got that t-shirt and I'm proud to wear it. And hopefully through some of the stories that you hear in these podcasts that you're able to get ahead of some of those harder lessons and live, as we say here, on our highest timeline. So let's be thinking now about the one thing. Do you have it in mind? And we're going to take that in the context of the day and celebrate and wrap up this beautiful Easter day that we've had with our friends and families, and doing all the great things that you guys have been doing today. And let's just bring that to a meditative close now and lock this in so that we combine that with this very expansive, very I want to say aggressive. That's not the right word. It's this move it forward energy. It's this get it done. It's this launch it and bring it to fruition kind of space that we're in right now. All right. So with that, and with that first item, that one item that you're thinking about tonight, I'm just going to put a cloud scene up here. That looks like a nice one. Maybe focus right in the middle of that where you see the outline of the sun on that cloud. The radiance that gives us life, that warms us. In the northern hemisphere, we're coming out of cold, entering into warm. It's Easter. Up here, time for things to warm up. In the southern hemisphere, things are cooling down. And just meditate for a moment on what this day is about spiritually. In many churches today, you probably heard the words, "He is risen." And the congregation says, "He is risen indeed." It really is what gives it's the main message of Christianity. Victory over death. We can apply that in other ways as well. Like I just mentioned, old things, things that no longer serve. Can be buried and removed from our life. And we can, in really just short time, spring new life into our whole being, our whole consciousness. And what we're about around here, obviously, is doing that quicker and doing that sooner so that we don't stew and fret and wallow in the old. We bury it. We thank it for bringing us to the point in our lives that it has, and then we resurrect new ways of being, new life. You know, the other thing I'm thinking about on this day, it's for the kids, isn't it? Kids just love this holiday. Doesn't matter where you are, how old you are, whether you're 3 or 4 or probably 12 or 13, like that young lady out there by the trail who found Melissa's egg. Kids love Easter. I think everybody loves Easter. I had somebody else say today that it was her favorite holiday. Alyssa said it was her favorite holiday. Think about that message. The beauty of this day, the magic of Easter. How did that happen? I wonder. Now, focus on your one thing that you would like to manifest. It could be big, quote unquote, by our scale, not the universe's. Keep that in mind too, by the way. Think of it, envision it, see yourself in it, like our famous pray rain exercise where the man danced as though it was raining and he was stomping in mud, even though the dirt was as dry and cracked as it could be. He saw mud. He felt rain. He had mud in between his toes. Feel the reality of your one desire. Feel the feeling you would feel if that desire was part of your life now. Act as though it is. Feel as though it is right now. Just feel as though it is. Would you be more relaxed? Would you be, quote unquote, happier? Would there be a fulfillment that right now might be an emptiness or a loneliness? Would a hardship be removed? Would you feel more on purpose? Would you have a message to share that you would even want to sing from the housetops? How would it change your life? See and feel that. And now, think about that cloud scene that's on the screen. All of a sudden, we are no longer constrained by gravity. And we all can walk out into that cloud scene there and stand in the bright area, the illuminated area, all of us. We walk out there together, big half circle, levitating. Ooh, how exciting. And we can move. We don't have to fly. We can walk. We can step. We can imagine. We can create it in our mind, just like we create the fulfillment of this. And it's as though we have our intention in a box. And each one of us, one by one, starting on the left side, whoever's over there on the left, and going all the way around the half circle, one at a time, we step toward that middle cloud, that elevated cloud, and we leave our intention there just like we are leaving it, say, at an altar. Really think about this now. Can you see it? Can you feel it? It feels pretty cool, doesn't it? Wow, what a scene. And we're all supporting each other. we feel the same about each other's intentions that we do about our own. In fact, we feel more about everyone else's, because we know that the more we get excited about theirs, ours tends to take on more life. So each one, we step forward and we set our intention up by that cloud. And then we know that in about 48 hours, the planet Jupiter is going to be standing right behind that sun that is being blocked by that cloud. So it's us, our intention, the cloud, the sun, and Lord Jupiter, the king of the gods. And in 2 days, 48 hours, that will all be in alignment. Did you just get a chill? Aren't you glad you signed on tonight? Those will all be in alignment. And that amazing energy of the blessings of the King of the gods illuminating your intention through the sun and its energetic rays, bringing Easter's new life to this thing that was in the box that you set there by the cloud, giving it to the universe. And now our collective agreement, our collective agreed upon wish, as we look at that cloud and we think about that energy that is in the process of aligning even now, although we can't look upon it, we can imagine Jupiter back there behind the sun. And we commit our intention to that life force of the universe. And we all in agreement say, make our burden light. You handle it. That's why we only brought one. Keep it easy for you. Make it light, make it easy, make it fun, make it benefic. May it serve others as well, even if it's a story that happened in our own life, so that others are encouraged. And now we just rest in the wonderful knowledge and awareness that back behind that cloud, something is aligning that only happens once a year, that is truly magnificent in the world of energy. It is the best day of the year. And there is our intention sitting on the altar to be aligned with that energy, so that over the next year, that intention is starting to unfold under that energy. Wow. And now, just picturing all of us around that half circle, joining hands as we stand looking at that beautiful scene. Feeling the warmth of the sun in our face. The miracle of levitation, which is just high living. The wonder of the moment. And we, holding hands, send love to each other. Same message that was on the egg. The greatest is love. And as we think then about the world that is below the clouds, and as we are so separated from it at this brief moment, in this angelic space that is so pure and so untouched and so undefiled and so light, where time doesn't exist, deity does. The angels are dancing around us. Yeah, Melissa, your mom is dancing with us too. All of our loved ones who are on the other side. They're there. It's one doorstep away from heaven. But we do send love down to the world. And we realize the heaviness on the other side of those clouds. That when we go back, we have to go back to reality. And we'll go back. We'll go back. We're not done here yet. We have work to do. Oh, we talk about it, but we're here for a reason. We're a spiritual army, we are. That's why we do this every Sunday night, to recharge, to feel this for just a few moments, to support each other, who we've come to know over this time and appreciate and love and follow their journeys and support each other and love on each other like we're doing right now. It's all about love. That's love, a whale bringing up a phone and delivering it to the human. That's the magic. That's the world we live in. That's us living on our highest timeline. And then we realize that even beyond the sun and beyond Jupiter and beyond that bright yellow glow, there is a presence that holds it all together. And this is a day of celebrating that presence, that source. And even as you look at it in this context and you look past that glow and you realize there is something so much bigger. All the labels just fall away, don't they? Being up there above it all. And however you celebrated today, we thank that source for this opportunity to stand together on Sunday night above the clouds, sharing love, standing in amazement, realizing that we're all part of a tapestry. And whatever was in that box can fulfill or not fulfill or change or morph for whatever the grander plan is than our mind could conceive. We know that we're all part of that tapestry, and we're honored for that. And we all get to share this time and space together. And that's a true privilege. Feeling the warmth of that love, the power of that Jupiter and the sun, these tools that are so impactive of our lives here on earth, aligning right there with your intention, sitting right in front of it. And understanding that now we close our eyes and it's time to drift back down below the clouds, saying goodbye to each other until next week, drifting on down, feeling the heavier gravity of the surface of the earth and coming back into the room where you are. And isn't it amazing to think that you left that intention up there in that spot, in that beautiful alignment place of Source and Jupiter and the sun, and your intention, where it will sit as it fulfills. And so it is, we say together. And so it is. I say welcome back, but I don't know. I kind of like that. That was amazing. I hope you felt the specialness of that feeling, especially on today. I didn't have it in my mind, but I was just thinking of some way to capture that essence of today. I think that captured it beautifully. Diana says, thank you. My cousin who passed always says it's all about the love. So she will take that as his way of saying hi on Easter. How beautiful. How beautiful. We've had some good acknowledgments today, haven't we? With Melissa and her egg and sharing love around in our world. Well, I know this has been a great day, friends, family, kids, now intentions that we are going to see fulfilled. So thank you guys for being here so much. I know it's a day where there's a lot going on, so we'll let you get back to your families. Let Arnaldo get back to sleep. And hopefully with this incredible sense that you left a desire in your heart in that incredible space that we have celebrated today and will continue to celebrate tomorrow and Tuesday as the sun and Jupiter squeeze in together finally on Tuesday night. So have a wonderful week. I just wish you the very best. Stay high, stay positive. Know that we're here for a reason, and that whatever that reason is, we are going to be a part of one of the biggest transformations that Earth has ever seen. And it already is happening. And it's happening in our lives. And it's happening in our consciousness and in our awareness. You all know that it's happening. And it will continue to show up in different manifested forms. But we are part of that. And we are so fortunate to be here now. So as things happen around us, let's just keep that in mind. All right. Have a very, very fantastic week. And I'll see you back next Sunday night and on a bunch of podcasts between now and then. Love you. Thanks for being here. And happy Easter.